leading the way on air, online, and on the go. From WLWT, this is Issues.
Hello, welcome to Issues. I'm Jan-Michele Lemon Kearney of Sesh Communications and the Cincinnati Herald. We have a lot going on today. A little later, we're going to talk about WCIN. It's kind of a rebirth that's going to happen, so all you CIN fans will be very excited about that. Also, Michael is going to interview Kathy Wade because there's some exciting stuff happening at the zoo for only $1. You don't want to miss that. First, we're going to talk about business. We have Deborah Davis here. She is the director of the Minority Business Assistance Center housed at the African American Chamber of Commerce right over on Gilbert Avenue. Welcome, right. Deborah.
Thank you, Jan-Michele. Thank you for having me. I appreciate you.
I'm so glad you're here. The Minority Business Assistance Center is involved with so much. I was kind of reading all the different services that you have. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, the Minority Business Assistance Center is one of 7 centers in the state of Ohio. And what we do is we work with small businesses who are at least 1 year old. They have been certified, are registered with the state of Ohio, and some of them are looking to be certified so that they can take advantage of the opportunities that are offered through the state as far as contract opportunities.
Good. Okay, let me just back up. So when you say certified as an MBE, Minority Business Enterprise,
exactly.
or Women
as
Business.
MBE, certified MBE Enterprise, and that certification takes place through the state of Ohio. And we work with them as far as going through the application process through the Ohio Gateway. And so that process can take anywhere from 2 to 3 weeks. However,
That's not bad.
It's not a bad process.
Yeah.
So, but if they have a contract or they have an opportunity that is immediate, we can fast track them, and that's about 2 to 3 days. We can fast track them so that they can take advantage of those opportunities.
That's fantastic. All they have to do is call you, and there's no charge for this service.
There's no charge. The service is free.
Okay.
We offer business consulting services, technical services. We also partner with other agencies such as PTAC, which is Procurement Technical Assistance Center. We also work with ITAC, which is the International Technical Assistance Center,
ITAC,
if they're
PTAC.
interested in getting into the exporting business.
Oh, really?
So we also work with them as far as manufacturing is concerned. So we offer a lot of different services that are free to the to business owners.
That's fantastic. Okay, let's back up. All right, so here's some things that are listed here that MBAC, we'll call Minority Business Assistance Center MBAC, since we've got PTAC and ITAC and all that. Okay, so we'll be MBAC. So one-on-one business counseling, and tell me, like, who's eligible for that, and what kind of counseling is it?
Well, first of all, you need to be registered with the state of Ohio.
Which means what? What does that mean to get registered?
It means you have to go through the proper registrations with the Secretary of State to register your business as an LLC, corporation, sole proprietorship, things of that nature.
You can't just walk in and say, I'm a business.
Right, you have to be recognized and certified.
Right.
You also have to make sure that you've paid your taxes over the last several years.
And I guess if you haven't, there's counseling for that.
We can get you some counseling for that, but you want to make sure that you've paid your business and your personal taxes.
Okay.
Once that is taken care of, then we work with you as far as developing your business with your business plans, as far as strategic planning, working with you to develop capability statements, which is really important because the capability statement is like a business resume. So, and that basically tells a prospective contractor what your capabilities are, if you have your NATES codes and things of that nature. So that's important. We also help them with any type of financial assistance they may be. They may need, if they need a loan, business loan, if they want to buy a building or.
Yeah, I saw that on here, and I wanted to talk about that because it says here you can help people, you can help businesses buy buildings. How does that work?
Exactly. Through the Ohio Development Services Agency, we have a loan department. And that department works with businesses. The minimum amount of that they work with is $45,000. So if you want to take a loan out for $45,000 or greater, they will work with you on that and getting that loan and acquiring any type of property that you need in order to grow your business.
That's fantastic. Okay, and then you also talk about you help people pursue startup ventures.
Well, we work with the Small Business Development Center, and as far as the businesses that have not been in business for a year, we refer them to the SBC. Small Business Development Center.
Okay, and you were telling me there's several all throughout the state, and one is in, I guess our closest one is in Dayton.
Well, there are several MBAC, Minority Business Assistance Centers throughout the state.
Oh, okay.
There's, and don't ask me to name them all, but there's Dayton, Cincinnati, Toledo, Akron, Youngstown, and I can't remember the other two.
But there are others, but Cincinnati has its own, so the SBDC, the Small Business Development.
The Small Business Development Center is a strategic partner with MBAC, the Minority Business Assistance Center.
Okay.
So if you
Leave it to the state to come up with all these. It's like alphabet soup, but you know, they're all
I
important because
know.
there's so much information here.
Exactly, and SBDC will work with startup ventures.
Okay.
So MBAC, Minority Business Assistance Center, we do not work with startup ventures. We work with businesses who have been in business for a year or more.
Or longer. Okay.
Exactly.
But you can refer people. So
yes, I do. I refer people to our strategic partners, and SBDC happens to be one of our strategic partners.
Okay. So it sounds to me that anybody who's in business, there's an opportunity here for growth.
Absolutely.
And so it sounds like they need to really come see you at the African American Chamber.
Absolutely. There are a lot of free services that we offer.
Okay, so we're going to get the number, and I think it's 513-751-9900.
Correct.
We might have it on the screen, but if not, we'll just say it again. Oh, there it is. Jeff is so on top of things. African American Chamber of Commerce, and you call them for the Minority Business Assistance Center to find Deborah Davis at 513-751-9900. So anyone who has a business, and I'm thinking anyone who's thinking about starting a business should come to you and really get all this great information. And people who are in business who aren't certified MBEs should be, because they're great contracts out there.
Well, there's a lot of opportunity. There's 15% set aside for state contracts. So
wonderful.
That have to specifically work with minority-owned businesses. And I just want to clarify what a minority-owned business is.
Okay.
The different ethnic groups are African American, Asian, Hispanic, and Native American.
Okay.
Those are the 4 minority groups that we work with as far as MBE certification and EDGE certification.
Now, EDGE means what?
EDGE is encouraging diversity, growth, and
oh, okay. So that's another
equity.
And equity. So that's another MBE, WBE, and EDGE.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. So, and I know once we come to talk to you, you're going to explain all this again. But
Exactly.
you've done a great job, because it's really, you know, reading it's like, oh, there's ITAC and PTAC and all that, but they all are really specific programs that are very helpful.
Exactly.
So, and I suggest that people just make an appointment with Deborah. Just come see Deborah, 751-9900. Get your business going, right?
And I just want to give the website address. It's mbaccincinnati.com.
Great.
And all the information that I just shared and some of the information I did not share is on this website, and also my contact information is also there.
Wonderful. Deborah Davis, the Director of the Minority Business Assistance Center, MBAC, at the African American Chamber, 751-9900. And you're located right over there on Gilbert and Martin Luther King.
Exactly.
So stop by and see her. All right, stick with us. We'll be back in just a moment. Okay, I grew up with WCIN. I mean, it was the go-to radio station. Everybody listened to it. I mean, it was the station to listen to, and it's gone, but there's gonna be a rebirth thanks to Everett Cork. Welcome.
Glad to be here, Jan.
Yes, and you were just telling me you were on for 30 years
30
on
years.
WCIN.
Yes, when you were in high school or elementary school. I know.
Wow, that is fantastic. I won't even say, okay? So I'm gonna pass over that, but that is fantastic.
Yes, indeed.
So tell me, so you're bringing it back, and it's gonna be internet radio. The internet is just fantastic, so many opportunities.
You know, it's time for us to move forward. You know, we've got so many different platforms now, and things are so accessible that we need to really expand on what we have. And right. WCIN, I bleed WCIN still.
Right, because I remember you got all the former DJs together. There's a huge picture, and we had a nice spread about it in the Herald.
Yeah, I appreciate that too. Yeah, back in January we had a former WCIN employee family reunion.
Yes.
Folks hadn't seen each other in almost 30 years in some cases.
Wow.
So it was really good. But inside of that came the inspiration and the impetus to move forward. We've got to bring that whole spirit of WCIN back.
Right.
It was all about the community.
It really was,
You
yeah.
know,
There was
folks
so
come
much.
into town, you go straight to CIN to find out what
What's
was going on.
Right.
So we're going to bring that back using social media and the internet, making it worldwide now.
That is so great. So how does this work? How do we find you? And I see here you said you're the owner and the OOAP, occasional on-air personality.
Right, because I'm retired. You know.
Oh, no, you can't retire.
I'm retired, but you know, I'm going to bring it back in a way that I'm not there every day. You know,
Okay.
but occasionally I'll be there. So I'll be an OOAP.
So now how does it work? Do people call in, or how do you find it? How does this whole internet radio thing work?
We'll have a website, which you'll go to a .com, which I've already named. It's going to be Classic Vibes 1480CIN.com.
Okay, tell us that again.
Classic Vibes 1480CIN.com.
Oh, nice.
As a tribute to the iconic radio station that we all love.
1480, yep, that's right.
So it's not up yet, but that's where it's going to be when we get everything going.
Okay, so once we go to the website, what happens?
When you go to the website, that's where you'll be able to interact with everything. You know, you find your advertising there, and you'll find.
And advertising is very important. Let's tell people, you know, we got to keep this going. So we need advertising.
We're definitely going to have the Herald on there.
All right, we'll be there.
That's for sure.
Oh, great. We love
because
that.
we got to expand on our communications. You know, there's no excuse that we don't have information on an ongoing basis because it's there.
Right, that's right. So now can people hear music when they go on? Are you going to have music too?
Yeah, programming is going to be, I call it culturally uplifting.
Okay.
Because we don't have anything for us.
Okay.
You know, so it's going to be information about what we need to do as far as health is concerned, veterans.
Nice.
There's going to be a jazz piece that Jeff is probably going to be jumping in on.
He said, yep.
And there's going to be a lot of R&B, and there's going to be a few folks from the old WCIN that's going to be bringing back some of the things that they used to do.
What about Gina Ruffin Moore? Because I know
I spoke with her the other day.
Yeah, she does issues sometimes too, and I know she was at the library during February during a tribute to CIN.
Yeah, she and I did the history of WCIN.
Yeah, right. You guys did it together.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's going to be bringing news every once in a while. I've even tapped into Joanne Moore.
Oh wow.
Right. So she's right down the street from where we're going to be housed.
Wow. So it's going to be housed where?
It's going to be housed in Nanny's Learning Center, right there in the heart.
Oh, right in Avondale.
Yes, right to the heart. Part of its rebirth as well.
Right, it's right down the street from Jeff.
Yes.
That's great. Okay, so now it's going to start when, Corey?
I'm looking to launch probably around the end of fall. Because right now we're going through the funding to get equipment and so on and so forth. And, one thing I want to make sure is that the artists, the music that we play, get their royalties.
Okay.
So I want to make sure we have funding stream for them.
Okay. So how can the community help get this going?
I have a GoFundMe page, and hopefully the GoFundMe site is going to be tick-tacking somewhere across the bottom of the screen, because I don't know it right off the top of my head.
So everybody can actually donate?
Yes. And you can do it either anonymously or with your name.
Okay.
You know, and we're looking to get a 501c3 status.
Okay.
Because what I want it to be, it's not so much for profit, but it's going to be for a purpose.
That's wonderful.
And that's to inform our people of all the things. We're going to have Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all the things, all the platforms that are available today. We're going to utilize those things.
I think that's awesome. That's fantastic. Okay, now any fundraisers coming up? Are we thinking about?
I'm working on a couple of things.
Okay, well, let us know.
Oh, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think this is very exciting. So Classic Vibes, CIN 1480. .com. Okay, so we're going to look for that. We're going to keep punching that in until it comes up and it's all the way live. And you just have to let us know.
And I'm going to be starting something too real soon called Classic Conversations with Cork. And that's going to be another thing that we're going to plug in, because we have so many icons here in the city. Their stories need to be told and archived.
Right, and archived, yes,
that's
absolutely.
Exactly where I want to go.
Well, thank you, Cork. It's really been good talking to you. Okay, we're going to bring you back on, so you're going to keep us updated
soon. That sounds great.
At least late fall.
Sounds great.
So stay tuned for that. In a few minutes, we're going to have Michael Bobo, and she's going to talk to Kathy Wade about something happening at the zoo that you don't want to miss. Stick with us. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Issues. I'm Michael Bobo. Today we are also going to talk to the wonderful CEO and President of Learning Through Art, Miss Kathy Wade. Welcome, Kathy. How are you today?
I'm fine. How you doing?
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having
you have
me.
an exciting event coming up at the zoo. Tell us a little bit about it.
It is the 11th year of the Macy's Kids Cultures, Critters, and Crafts Festival, better known as the Dollar Day at the Zoo. We've been very fortunate to have a wonderful relationship with the zoo. 11 years ago, I approached them and said, hey, can we come over? You've got all the animals from around the world. How about we bring all the two-legged animals from around the world so that we have the opportunity to build bridges, break down barriers, to bring neighbors and neighborhoods together to celebrate our mosaic beauty.
Mosaic Beauty. Now you have a lot of cultural events coming up that day. Tell us some about that.
So what we do, we bring in an international entertainment package because we find that when you are bringing things into the arts into the zoo, and it represents various cultures and various countries, then we find ourselves being able to bring our various neighbors from around the world. And once you're there, between the performances, we get on stage and we ask people to please make sure that you introduce yourself to one person that may have one thing that's different from you. Hair color, eye color, shoe size, hip size, that's your neighbor. We find ourselves as the point of introduction, and the conversation should proceed after that.
So a lot of people come from like all over to come to this event?
Absolutely. It is open to everyone. It's $1. And not only do we have the admission fee at $1, we try to make sure that we give you some opportunity so that you can get to the zoo. So Metro, for the last 11 years, has provided a bus route, and this year it's the 46, and you can catch it anywhere on the route, 50 cents each way. So travel is even $1, and we put entertainment on the bus so that when you get to the zoo, you're ready to really join in.
Okay, so we can have a party on the bus before we get to the party.
And they do.
With the kids.
Absolutely.
And the culture.
Absolutely.
And all the zoo animals and everything.
Absolutely.
So what new events do you have going on this year?
Well, we're having the marching, the Cincinnati Marching Stars drill team and drum corps. They're going to be joining us. Bing Yang will be back from the Chinese Culture Center. They'll be coming back. Jesse Mooney's going to be with us. The Marionettes, the Cincinnati Children's Theater, they'll be there. We have story hour that we do where we do reading. We have face painting with the O'Neills. So it's all fun. And we try to make sure we're having a photo booth this year, which is very different. We've got a GoFundMe campaign going on for our Big Read opportunity, our family literacy nights. So we created a photo booth that families, friends, neighbors can all stop by, take pictures, and then post it right up onto their social media platforms.
Ah, so the souvenir booth.
Absolutely.
And some of the other things that you all have done before. How many years has this been going on?
This has been 11 years now, and it's been very interesting to see the number grow. For the last 2 years, we've had 25,000 people come through the zoo, and they start arriving at 7 a.m. The zoo opens at 10. It's 9 o'clock for those who are members. Last year, they actually had to open early because the line goes over the bridge, down the escalator, and into the parking lot. So by the time 7 o'clock comes, about 7 a.m., they start showing up. By 9 a.m., the traffic is backed up on I-71 and I-75 coming to the zoo. So everybody always says, Kathy Wade's causing a traffic jam. That is not true. What we're trying to do is to get people to come and meet their neighbor and to celebrate the mosaic beauty that we have here. Cincinnati tends to think of itself as being very black and very white, and it is not. It is international.
That is very, very true. Now we have some pictures, I believe, from other events.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's look at some of the pictures and tell us what's going on here.
Oxley's coming back again this year. He'll be playing on the bus, and then he'll be roaming in the zoo once he finishes his hour on the bus route. So he'll be with us, and the mariachi band, they have been with us for the last 2 years, and it is always such I like mariachi bands. I don't care what anybody says. I think it adds a real flair, and they're a lot of fun, and they roam through us. And then we have DJ Pillow, who keeps it hot, live, dancing. We dance a lot on the Vine Street Plaza, which is where our main stage is located.
Better wear your good shoes, because Pillow, how you rock.
Yes, he will. And then this is Bing Yang, the Chinese Culture Center. They come, we've had them for the last 3 years. It's a wonderful, beautiful, beautiful group of dancers from the Chinese Culture Center. And then we have the belly dancers, the Keshvar belly dance troupe, and they actually roam around the park with their instruments. It's very fascinating. Yeah, so they grab people in the audience and get them moving.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, when is this event happening? And
it's July the 20th.
Okay.
From 10 until 6 at the Cincinnati Zoo. And once again, it is admission is $1. You can call our office toll free, or either 513-242-6028. We leave a message there. People always call because they don't believe that it's really $1. It is really $1. That's our #1 question, that it's $1. It's the Cincinnati Zoo and Botanical Garden. And then you can always call toll-free 866-242-3252. And there's we have a whole hotline that you can just hit the little number and you'll get all the information. But it's $1 and it's a lot of fun. It's really a lot of fun.
Okay, well, we have the Cultures, Kids, and Crafts.
I love it. Macy's Kids, Cultures,
Kids, Cultures.
Macy's Kids, Cultures, Critters, and Crafts Festival. Absolutely.
Okay, now that'll be on July 20th. Yes, July 20th, and that's $1. $1. That's the most important thing, because if you don't have a lot of money, you can do that.
Absolutely, and it's interesting.
And it's 50 cents to get on the bus.
And it's 50 cents to get on the bus. We actually have day camps that actually put their kids on the bus and bring them over to the zoo, because it makes it a full experience. You know how to ride the bus, what you do when you get on the bus and you get to the zoo. So it's a lot of fun. You know, people pack their lunches and spend the entire day. The zoo admission is about $18 for adults, so you can actually bring 18 people with you. At $1.
And come. Thank you so much for coming today. I appreciate you talking to us about this. And I'm excited about what's going to happen at the zoo on July 20th. Kathy Wade, if you have any questions, make sure you give a call. Absolutely. Thank you so much. We'll be right back.
Thanks.
I know, I'm going to the zoo July 20th. That was wonderful, really exciting. Hey, don't forget, NAACP convention will be in town. You don't have to be a member to come. There are lots of free events. Check out the Cincinnati Herald coming up this week. Lots of events going on. There's an exhibit hall open every day from 10 a.m. to 6, and you don't want to miss that. It's all free, and you want to come and see that. Okay, to Michael Bobo with some events.
First up, we have Hope for Ndoki Sundress and Seersucker Gala. Friday, August 26, 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. at the Savannah Center, 5533 Chapel Crossing Boulevard, RSVP by August 20th. Tickets are $75. For more information, call 513-813-5894. Next, we have Vibrations, August 26th through September 9th. Art Beyond Boundaries Gallery, located at 1410 Main Street. For more information, call 421-8726. And the last event we have is the 107th National NAACP Convention that Jan-Michele just mentioned, July 16th through 20th. AXO Youth events begin July 13th. This is at the Spring Garden Dinner honoring Judge Nathaniel Jones, July 20th. And most of the events are happening at Duke Energy Convention Center. And the last event we have is
we're out of time. Well, we're going to tell you next week about that. We want you to thank you to Michael. Want you to have a great week. Stay safe and stay positive.